Hi everybody, thank you for joining me on what has been a bit of a hectic day today here in the Friendship Shaving House. I hope you are doing okay. I'm going to be shaving with two fat-handled techs today, an American one and an English one. And the soap I'm using is from an English artisan maker called Nanny's Silly Soaps, and this one is their Arabian Nights. Just had to double check that before I said it. It is a spicy type of scent, and I'll talk more about that as we go along. The razor blade I'm using today is a Gillette 7 o'clock Perma Sharp. I've not seen one in this packet before, but I had two in my little pot, so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to drag them out. So, Nanny's Silly Soaps, they've been around a while, but I don't think you could say that they've ever hit the big time like some of the other artisan soaps that we see around. I got this one in a little exchange with a gentleman called Craig up in Scotland. He sent me a nice collection of samples, some PAA samples and some Ariana and Evans samples, and this was one of them, and it is a scent of frankincense, myrrh, bergamot and cedarwood. It's a nice soft soap, this one. Nanny's Silly Soaps do a variety of soaps. And the price of this one is £11 for, I think it was 125 grams. It lathers up very well. It's got a mild to medium scent. It's a very nice scent. A little bit reminiscent of that Old Spice type scent, but it is not Old Spice. Got my red brush today, so one might imagine we're sat in Arabia on a sand dune, watching the setting sun, trying to ignore the fact that there are poisonous snakes, scorpions and spiders as big as dinner plates in the sand dunes. So the razors I've got today are two fat-handled techs, I believe from 1938 to 1945. This is the American one. And if I hold the English one up next to it, you can see there are some slight changes in the design of the handle, in the way that the patterns are laid out, and this part here is a little bit more of a bulbous design. The English version is, I don't think you can see very well there, it's not focusing very well. But the edge of the guard plate appears to be more, instead of that shape, more that shape. It is a little bit more aggressive. That's the wrong word for a fat handle tech. It is a little more effective than the American fat handle tech, and it has a much more rounder base to the handle than the American. They are really both quite alike in their shave. They're a nice mild shave. But as I say, the English version is just a little bit more effective. Now my English version is not in a very nice state at all. I'm actually surprised that it cleaned up at all. And it might not show on camera, but it really is not great, but it shaves well enough, you know. The shave is not affected by its appearance. Oh, there we are. I just had the angle absolutely perfectly there for the English one, so we'll try the American one now on the other side. They feel very similar in their shape. And both razors seem to quite suit this blade, which I'm glad of, because I used a Persona Platinum Chrome the other day. Let me just show you the packet. There we are. And that didn't agree with me at all. I felt like it pulled every hair out of my face. So whenever that happens, it's nice to pick a blade up that feels very smooth and very nice. I've got a nice amount of slickness with this Nanny's Silly Soap. I don't know why it is called that at all, but they do a traditional soap, a hard soap, a signature soap. You know, they have a variety. I've used one of their soaps a long time ago. It was their Earl Grey soap, and I believe it was called the Old Grey Whistle Test, or perhaps the Earl Grey Whistle Test. A little nod to a music programme that used to be on television over here in the 70s. But I seem to remember that was a very nice soap. This one is described as having a sweetly balsamic note with a touch of black pepper. And it has lathered up very well, because I started making my lather about 1 o'clock this afternoon. And then Mum had some difficulties, so the shave was off. And I'm back in here now. It must be about 3 o'clock, something like that. So I rescued the lather and it's done quite well. So yeah, I've got the doctor coming out later, fingers crossed. My mum had a bad fall last Saturday, and at 83, It's really, really affected her, so fingers crossed for later. Now this on the second pass, I mean it was quite smooth on the first pass. It's really smooth on the second pass. It's really nice. So we'll see in the shave if the English version does show that has been a little bit different to the American version. I find it quite strange that the design is slightly different in the handles. Just very little design alterations, but I'm intrigued by that. I'm trying to decide if one razor is a little bit smoother than the other, and I can't tell the difference. So perhaps we'll see going against the grain. They're very close, they're very, very close, but I think the English version is just edging it, but we'll see in the final pass. Oi, that's how I feel today. I tell you, it's just great to get in here. Ooh, God, lather dripping everywhere. Have a shave, talk to you, calm down a little bit. I'm a little bit anxious, to say the least. So we'll just take some deep breaths. Now, I've forgotten, in all the excitement of today, I've actually got a little giveaway today. Because we're well into June. We haven't had the June giveaway yet, so I picked out something small for today to pass along if you are interested, and I'll get to that in just a moment. Now I don't know if these Gillette 7 o'clock blades are an old version or not. Let me show you the packet again. I've only ever seen the solid green packets before. I've never seen one like this. Perhaps you have, or you have knowledge of where they're from. Now they are either exactly the same blade and they've just happened to work really, really well with this razor, or both razors, or they are a slightly different blade. I imagine that it's the former of the two. But this feels like a lovely shave today. I think the text, you know, in all their various forms, so, you know, there's the fat handle tech, there's the thin handle tech, there's an aluminium tech, there's the ball handle tech. I think the tech is possibly the longest production razor that Gillette made. And I think if I'm correct, they produced techs from 1938 all the way up to the late 70s. So, what's that, 40 years? I mean, that is an incredible run if you think about it. It obviously was very popular. In all its forms. Do you know, that was really, really nice. I do like a fat handle tech. I don't care where it comes from. Oh, now that is a great shave, and it's very close, but the English tech has edged it. It's I've not BBS on either side, but I've definitely got a closer shave on this side with the English tech, although this is a very, very nice shave on this side as well. I must admit, I do like using my American tech with a feather or an asset, something like that, something very sharp. I always seem to get a phenomenal shave with that combination. I've not tried that combination yet in the English one, so that'll be interesting to see. Now, just before I put a little bit of moisturiser on today, I'm going to talk about a giveaway today. We've got a Goodfellas Smile Stardust. It is it's a lovely smelling soap. I love the smell of this, and it is a pink soap, and you can see where I've taken some soap out with my spatula. I put Stardust just on a label on the side, just so I could see it on my shelf. But unfortunately, Goodfellas Smile soaps just don't get along with me. So this one is a Mandarin, Petitgrain, Lily of the Valley top notes, lavender, sage, timo and cassis middle notes, and amber, patchouli and guaiac wood in the base notes. So it is slightly floral. The petitgrain and the mandarin temper that a little bit in the top notes. And in fact, when you smell it, you wouldn't immediately say, oh, that's a floral. It's just a really nice smelling soap. Beautiful. I love it, but it doesn't love me. So if you would like that, just pop Stardust in the comments. We'll pick out a winner and get this out as soon as possible. Monday's video I've already recorded. We've got a gift of friendship and an unboxing. I've been loaned some items. I've bought something that I think is pretty special. So there's lots going on the next Monday's video, and it's of course a sit down video. Yeah, but that's a terrific one. So you've got that to look forward to. I'm just going to use my moisturising balm today. I was going to use I had a bit of water on my hands, it's all gone white. I was going to use my Old Spice aftershave, but I don't want to be stinking if the doctor turns up of Old Spice, so we'll just tone it down a little bit until then. Now, I'm sure my mum's going to be all right, so not to worry about her. We'll just, well, fingers crossed, you know. It's apparently, it's no fun getting old. So there we are. I'll leave you on that slightly dour note. Take care of yourselves. Look after those that you love. Thank you very much for joining me today as part of my show. It's really helped me relax a bit. I'll see you very soon. All the best now. Bye bye.